Greetings my friends, I'm here to show you how to cut and punch the DIYFish inserts for a personal size. Now I've been using them in December and this is basically what I have. So that is the monthly chart and that folds out like that, and then each week or each day you've got weekly. So that's week 49, so that was the 2nd to the 8th of December. I had all those days. Then week 50 was the 9th to the 15th. And then I had all those days that I filled in. Then I had week 51. So I had all those things to do on those days, and then I had all those days in there. And then week 52, the wheels have fallen off because I haven't really filled anything out. I've been too busy this week, so I haven't really done anything except, you know, written in a few things early. I had every intention of colouring that in, but you know, this time of year just gets so busy. And then that's actually today, that's tomorrow, then we've just got the 2 last days of the year here. So I thought I will, and I've just got things that I'd want to put in my planner for January written down in here. So I thought I'd come on and show you how I actually cut, and yeah, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, essentially what we have when you print, the downloads do come with some fairly clear printing instructions, so just make sure that you follow those. It's quite a simple matter of printing the odd pages first and then placing them in the right way back in your printer tray and printing then the even pages, and they'll print on the back of the odd pages. Now on each of the pages you will see a whole bunch of things on the edges of the pages, and the red ones are cutting lines and the blue ones are folding lines. That is quite simple. Just make sure you don't cut, and as a good guide, your hole punching is always where your this web address is, just here, so you can always pretty much tell where you've got to punch your holes. Now on each page you will see the cutting lines, but not on the other page. Okay, the same with this, your cutting lines are there, and you usually only fold your weekly. So here we go up to week 2, and on the back is your folding line for your week 2, and your triple fold pages are your monthly pages. So let me show. Now I actually do like to, I have this terrible habit of always cutting off my cutting line crop marks, so I tend to like to just extend these two at the top. So now I can see I've got a cut down here, I've got to cut across here, I have to cut across here and cut across here, and then I simply have to fold these two. There we go. Now for the fold, I just like to score. Here's my bone folder. So I just need to score down these 2 lines, which were the folding lines. just to get that edge crisp, and that will fold in there like so. And you can see here is the DIYFish website, and so I know that's where I've got to punch my holes. So that's that first page. Now you can please yourself how you want to do this, but I tend to do a week at a time. Just make sure that I've got my pages the right way. So that's the next week. So if I've got my pages the right way, I should be able to get exactly the same cutting lines down. So again, I'm going to mark these cutting lines here so that I make sure I've got them where I want them. I just find that doing this a week at a time just makes it a little bit quicker, but it's not quicker if you're going to cut them incorrectly. So there we go. And oh, I thought I had a one down the middle. I did. I had one down the middle. It's pretty much bang in the middle, so I think I can pretty much get this right by just doing this myself. Then what I like to do is put them in order because they'll be all over the place. So I need to my first week, and that one then slots into week 1. It's important you don't chop these off. These are quite important if you're going to use the index marking for things that are happening throughout the year. I intend to use it, so that's an important feature for me. And of course this is the weekly chart, which you fill in all your weekly tasks that you want to achieve in this week, and you can slot them in. If you put in your diary appointments and things here, you can see which days you've got time, and then you can slot in the tasks accordingly. So that's how the first week fits. Okay, so that's week 1. Okay, I'm up to week 3 and I've got a blue line here. That is not a cutting line. That is definitely a folding line. So just be careful when you are cutting that you don't cut your folding lines. So anything that is blue is a folding line. Okay. So I've done week 2, and this is now the beginning of week 3, and I'm going to do 3 pages at a time. And just mark my cross-cutting lines. If anyone has a better suggestion on how to avoid having to do this, I'm all ears. Cutting marks. So you can see on here that all these lines are red, so these are all cutting lines. Okay, so now I put them in order. So the 13th, then 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th and the 19th, and a spare page for notes. So then I come on to week 4 again, which has the folding line, and we just continue on. I've turned the light off purely because I didn't because it's a really hot day today. I've had the blinds down and my little portable air conditioner on, because it's sort of got to 38 degrees Celsius today, and I'm not good in those kind of temperatures. And this little office that I have is really quite it's really quite stuffy. It gets really hot. So okay, so I'm up to February, and so here I've got my 2 blue folding lines, so no cutting. So I only cut the red lines, which are the cutting lines. That is my month, and then I'll have to do those 2 fold lines, but I'll just pop that there for the moment. Okay, I've just done the 2 days of week 5. Then I did the week 6 cutting. I just haven't scored, and I'm just showing you how I do a full week at a time, because my cutter does do a full week at a time. It is actually quite easy, and it's not as difficult as it actually looks. It can be a little time consuming, that's certainly for sure. So there we go, that's a whole week. So I'm up to week 7. Okay, I'm nearing the end of all of my cutting, and I just wanted to reiterate, your red lines are the cutting lines, your blue lines are the folding lines. Now, the easiest way to do this is really to recognise that your month at a glance is one particular type of cut. Your week overview is another type of cut that requires folding. Your month is a fold, your weeklies are a fold, your days are the ones that need to be singular. So that's possibly the easiest way to my weeks together. So this one would definitely be, this one has a fold line in the middle, whereas your days are completely cut. So, and I do a week's cut at a time. Okay, I've finished my cutting and scoring, so now it's time to hole punch. And I tend to do a whole heap at a time. So again, I just want to reiterate that you always hole punch where you always want the website address on the very edge. Now if your cutting hasn't been great, like mine hasn't, but it doesn't matter, just make sure you line them all up on that edge there. Then I just put these together with some clips this way. And then I literally just line up my fly leaf and mark the centres of the circle where I have to go. So I do these a week at a time. Then, oops, sorry. Then I take my crocodile and literally just punch the centres. Doing a week at a time, you know, this is 15-20 minutes worth of hole punching. So there you are. That's how I do it. Oh, that's one that's upside down. See, I've got a notes page there that is upside down. Okay, just as well I noticed that. Not that that really would have mattered, but it just looks better when it's the right way up. Okay, now I've already put these in because I hadn't realised that my little disc was actually full. So I'd filmed myself putting all these inserts in and none of it came out. So anyway. Alright, so let's start off with January 2014. So this is a triple fold out. So that's the month at a glance, the week, and then we have the weekly chart, and then the weekly days. So you can see that you've got month, week, and 2 whole pages for each day. So the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. So we finish with the 5th. Okay? And then that is the first week. So then we go into week 2. So that is just going to cover up that week, but still leaves the January fold. So each month is a triple fold. Each week is 1 fold. Well, triple fold, so you've got 2 folds, and then this is 1 fold. Okay, so that's for your week, and then your days are single. And then that has the 6th through to the 12th, and then the day. And then we go, and then I just fold that back over. Then week 3, I've still got my month, and then I've got the 13th to the 19th all here in the single days. Then I just fold that back at the end of the week. Then I go to week 4, and that is the 20th to the 26th, and then that will, each of those days will be in there. And then fold that back over. And then week 5 of January is the 27th to the 31st. So I've just got those single days there. And that is the month of January. Now, how I would do that then is, to not make this too thick, is just fold it over into the week. Okay, so then I have February. And I've done all that exactly the same. So that is, we can see for the week of February, we've got week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. So they're the weeks of February, week 6, week 7 and week 8. Oh no, we've got week 9 as well, because there's a couple of extra days in there. Silly me, forgot about that. So let's just fold that back in. And then we go to March, and March has, I haven't put March in here only because I don't want my planner to be too full. So when it comes to the days of the week, because I've got a weekly page and virtually 2 pages per day, it tends to fill up the planner pretty quickly. So I only need full information for each of the months of the year past that, because if I need to make an appointment, then all I have to do is put it in here. And when I take out at the end of January, so the 1st of February, I'll take out January, but I'll leave the January month in there so I can sort of see what I did. So there's no need for, you know, the detail of each of those days. So long as I have a fair idea of what I did. If somebody said, well, you know, when did you go and do this? I can easily look that up. So that's easy. So that gives you a good overview, and then I will purchase the rest of the months of the year and have all of the months in here. So just the months, but so the monthly pages, but only 2 months of day on 2 pages at the one time. So that will fill up my planner fairly. So that's just 2 months. And very little else besides. I've got quite a number of things that I want to put back, but I have to organise it a little more properly. So I'll do an overview when I've organised my 2014 planner precisely, because I've got quite a few things that I want to take out from last year and new things I want to put in for this year. So I'll do a more detailed one then. But that is my couple of months of DIYFish in personal size. So I hope that helps. Anyone who finds it a little confusing, as I said in my A5 video, I highly recommend these inserts. I fit so much information, and believe me, I need to have a lot of information in some of my weeks and on a lot of my days. So, you know, I use these fully, and I appreciate the work that's gone into them. So thanks again for watching, and any questions, please comment below, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.